The What's Happening Hoke show is filmed before a live audience and is brought to you by Rockfish Motor Speedway, the Rock of Hoke, nunboys.com, and GPS Photography and Video, gpsphotoandvideo.com. What's happening, Hoke? We're back and we're talking fire departments. New critical part of any community.
Yep.
You got to have a fire department as well as a police department. And in North Rayford, which is known as Tylertown.
Well, there is North Rayford Fire Department, and then there's Tylertown Fire Department. And apparently the Tylertown Fire Department only has 5 people to cover the area. I need to learn a little bit more about the area that it is. And evidently these 5 firemen for Tylertown have to go get their certification every year. You have to go get certification, this, right, and the other. All of them do. Yeah. But one thing I learned about certifications, there's different levels of certification. If you have 5 firemen and all of them are rated, let's just say at the highest level, which I think is a 5, they're rated at the highest level, then your neighborhood that you cover, the rate goes down, the insurance rate, because it basically...
Property owner's insurance?
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. And I learned this with my neighborhood. So if everybody's got their certification, everybody's qualified, the area that they cover, the insurance rates go down. One thing you don't know, this is for our folks, we need to get an insurance person on here. I think we had one time. If you, let's say your fire department gets highly rated, so that means your insurance rate would be low, but guess who don't tell them? The insurance company. So you're still paying when they're low up here, but they get rated, your rate is supposed to drop. If you don't ask your insurance company to look at your the rates of your fire department, you could still be wasting money by paying too much.
The insurance company checks on the fire department?
Yes, sir. They're supposed to check. They base their insurance of your home. Let's say you got a $100,000 home, 110, how many square foot, and the fire department's rate is here, and everybody's certified. Well, they say, well, here, your rate should be this much per month. Well, let's say 3 of those people lose their certification. Now your rate creeps up. Now they're quick to tell you when it creeps up.
Instead of rates, the main story behind it was them to provide better coverage for the area.
Well, make sure that they're getting the better rates, I think, is a problem.
Well, because that fire department is so small as well. So it just makes sense to go ahead and absorb it and just have a larger fire department, as well as their trucks and everything, to provide better coverage. Now, when you talk about certification, yeah, of course, all that has to happen as well. But it seems like this was a smart thing to do.
Well, now, if North Rayford's certified here and Tylertown fire guys were certified here, if they come over, what are they going to have to do?
Well, guess what? You know, they have to certify every year. So you're talking 5 guys over a period of how long to get them certified?
I think a year or 2 years,
so
you have like a rotation.
One of the first priorities of the fire chief is
get those guys.
Certified.
And then have the citizens contact their insurance company to make sure that their neighborhood is being charged the appropriate rate. So I'm with USAA, or USA. You can call USAA and say, I live at this address.
Right.
What is the fire rates of Hillcrest Fire Department? That's my fire department. And they'll call them and they'll get the rate, and then they'll come back. Now here's the problem. If you don't know what you're doing, you could call your insurance company and they'll raise the rates on it. Because you could be paying a lower rate, and then you find out your fire department has a different rating. So, but fire departments try to be rated. I do know who we can talk to, and maybe we should get one of the fire chiefs over here that'll explain the situation.
Put in a call with them, but I'm not so much, I can give a care about insurance.
I like to save money.
My care is that when I call 911 and I got a situation, that they there to take care of it.
Well, I've noticed
Puppy Creek Fire Department covers mine.
Right.
And I can tell you a funny story. Wasn't funny at the time.
All right.
Just moved in. I was trying to clear brush. So I lit it on fire to help clear it. And so I was going to have a controlled burn. And Puppy Creek Fire Department came out there because it got out of hand very quickly. Very quickly.
It can happen.
And Puppy Creek came out there, put it out. You know, they had a good laugh about it. And they was like, you know, hey, you know.
So you gave them a soda and said thank you.
No, it wasn't even that. You know, we just had a good laugh about it. They actually pulled, at that time, I didn't have my privacy fence up.
Right.
They actually drove the truck right in, water truck, and put it out. So, thanks to Puppy Creek Fire Department. That is one of those, when you talk to public service, you talk police or fire department, the armed honorable public servants, you know, I don't worry about cost too much. I worry about, are they gonna be there when I call them? You always wanna talk about your insurance rates, I get you 100%, but my concern is, hey, are they gonna be there?
Well, typically, I think what happens in the Rayford city limits, if something happens at Tylertown, I think North Rayford's been responding to help.
Well, it's back again. Well, that's pretty much any of the fire departments.
So people are going to
They
be
back
there.
each other up.
And we need, I understand we're low on certified firefighters. So if you're
Well,
interested in being one, you can do it.
When you're dealing with every fire department in Hoke County, it's volunteer fire department. In fact, I don't know any fire department in the area, in the state.
In the county, the
county,
city now has.
The city has a paid fire department.
The
So,
city has some paid.
That could be the way we need to go.
And there are some paid.
There is one.
Yeah.
I'm wrong? Okay.
There are some employees of fire departments in Hoke County. They have to have somebody there to run the place.
Right.
And I think some of them have more, some of them have less. I know Terry Tapp in the city, he's a paid employee and he has to be there to run the budget and do
So
the
the
thing.
fire chief over all the fire departments in Hoke County is,
I think Freddie Johnson's the overall supervisor of all fire officials. He actually runs for Hoke County and Cumberland County. He has a certification level, and I'm gonna give him a call and see if he'll come
yeah,
talk to us.
I'm sure it will.
I'm pretty sure we will. What else you got to do? You had something about a wreck.
Well, that was Cumberland County involving a wreck.
City council.
City council. You got 4 people applying for city council?
There are 3 seats coming up for the city council.
4 or 5.
But so far full, so if somebody's not gonna make it.
You got 3 seats and you got 4 people to file. When is the election?
It is in November.
November.
It's a municipal election, it's not a countywide election. However, we do need to be concerned about the city of Rayford.
Yes.
It's in our jurisdiction, and because it's Glenn and I, we can talk about it. There's
Hoke
3
County,
seats
you need to talk
available,
about it.
4 people running, so somebody's gonna lose. But it's
Who are the
not over.
candidates?
But it's not over yet. The election filing period, and those of you who live in the city limits, who want to run for city council, you want to get in on it and figure out what's running this city, you need to file by July 17th
Okay.
at 4 p.m. or no, noon, I think by noon. You need to file to register to run to be on the city council. Right now there is Wayne Willis, Bobby Conley, and Mary Neal King, who are incumbents, so they were running and they're going to keep running.
Oh, so we got one new person.
And you got a new person in there, and her name is Jackie McLean of
Okay.
the NAACP. So,
Why was it significant when you say NAACP?
because that was what was written in the paper.
But why that's significant for it?
Because she is the president.
What I hope is run on the credibility of being city council.
I hope she's in.
That's part of the resume.
I have no
I'm
reason
sure,
to
but
doubt.
I'm just saying.
She's done anything else. I
Why
just read what.
is that a point? You know?
I don't know. Maybe
Do we have the bios of the other 4?
Well, that doesn't mean she's black. You
No,
can be in the
no, it
NAACP and be Chinese.
Yes, you can.
So I don't know if
What's
she's
your
black or
point with
white,
that?
but I think I know the name Jackie McLean.
Yeah, but what's your point with that? Of course you can.
Well, I mean,
It's
if she was the president of the Dog Catchers Society in Hoke County, they would have mentioned
You
it.
know, there's a story when you start digging and you get deep, stop digging.
It said
What else you
Hoke
got?
County NAACP. Anyway,
What
so if you want to run for city council, you got till the 17th. I'd like to see Glenn run if he lived in the city.
Nah, I'm not politically inclined.
Oh, okay. Let's see, what else we got? We had, y'all had the water sewer project that you were talking about. You said you beat it to death. However, I do think people need to be aware. They need to go watch the video that he put online about the meeting.
You need to come to the meeting. You need to come to the community board meeting here at Rockfish. When's the next meeting?
Larry, when's the next?
23rd of July.
The 23rd of July, right here at the U-Haul building. Come down here to the Rockfish community board meeting. Big things to discuss, and the traffic congestion is still is still out there, and of course the sewer project, the sewer and water project. So come down there and see what's going on. But yes, go to the What's Happening Hope YouTube channel. You'll see both meetings are up there. The meetings that they did, the last 2 meetings. So you know what's going on, but you got to come and get involved.
You got to get involved. You got to understand what's going on in your community, and that's part of the reason we do this show, is to let you know what's going on. You also had Alan Thomas here, and I was sorry I missed it, but the family wanted to go to the beach for the 2nd time in a year, and I went.
So you went on vacation, then you went to the beach. Okay, I see.
All right. If you want to go fishing, we'll go fishing.
No.
All right. I did watch the video and the interview, and like I said at the beginning, I commended him for coming and being here and answering questions. But I know he brought the budget with him, and I know everything's not always perfect. And in this perfect world, I have some unperfect world. I just wanted to know some things, a little bit more info about what he was talking about. He mentioned that he voted against.
You should have went to the beach.
I'm just saying, I will see Alan again. I got his cell phone number. I can call him.
He gave his personal cell phone number.
Yep, he sure did.
And what else did you want to know?
Well, one thing was he mentioned that he voted against the tax increase.
He didn't only vote against the tax increase, he voted against the budget.
Right, and he said that he felt there were some other areas that they could have cut instead of raising the taxes. My question is, once you raise the taxes, it's permanent, brother.
Oh, yeah.
We are now taxed the same way Harnett County is taxed. And I just left our good, yes we are.
I don't know if we taxed that strong.
I think we'll check.
Our tax increase was 2 cents.
I did not see it with my eyes, so I'm not locking it in, but I was told by a very respected real estate agent in the community that the 2-cent tax increase for Hoke County on property puts us equal with Harnett County. So if you have a military family or a family looking to move into this area and they don't want to live in Fayetteville, most of them started coming to Hoke because of our low tax rate.
Well, here's the thing though, when you got that much growth, something's got to give.
Right, but my point is, when you raise taxes, when you should have cut, you raise taxes, you're raising them permanently.
What should they have cut?
Well, that's what I wish I could have asked Alan, and maybe I'll get it down the road. Well, look, I mean, it happens, and I mean.
But that's too easy. We can.
He said he'd come back.
Well,
this fall, we'll get him back down here.
Just give him a call. We can just email him that question.